guys. Hi. I would turn my light on to make this a more palatable experience for you all with my pimples, but I'm quite chill today on a Sunday, so I'm just going to sit here half in the dark, so I hope you can see me. How are you guys? I'm having the most chill day I think I've had for so long. I've only got one client call. I wasn't even going to have any, but someone asked, and this is the first morning I haven't had any client calls for about 3 or 4 weeks and haven't had to be up at 6, although I still woke up at 6:30, but that was like a lie-in for me, lying in bed till 6:30. Well, actually, I think I lie there till 7. Don't know myself. Hi, guys. Hi. Now, if you have sent me a one-to-one coaching request, if you've sent me an update, if you've... Oh, you sent me a message. I haven't even seen it yet. Oh, my God. Okay. I have glanced briefly at my messenger today, and I know there's a whole lot of people who I need to get back to. I'm so sorry I haven't got back to you yet, Kat, but that is exciting. Oh, my God. SP movement. And you had that call a couple of weeks ago. You've been doing so brilliantly, darling. Ah, amazing. My manifestations are working like crazy. Are they, darling? DKDN, JS, la, 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 la. Amazing. Tell us more. How cool. I'm going to try and not yell. I'm just going to... I keep farting. Well, darling, are you trying to spam the chat, or have you got a genuine question about farting? I don't know how to help you with that. Imagine you don't fart. Any questions, guys? Okay. We're getting rid of you because you're an idiot and you're taking up chat with silly things. I'm lagging. Yeah, why is it lagging? Is it all right now, guys? Is it all right now? Let me know. Let me get rid of this silly person. Oh. I really am not great at this blocking business. It's not the easiest. Okay, guys. Yay for us. Yes, yay for you guys and your progress. Hooray. Excuse my hair. I've just gone through a hedge backwards. Any questions, guys? He's reached out all day today and throughout the night. Nikki! Oh, my God. Yay. Hey, guys. Hey. Oh, thanks for the fire, my darling. Take your time. Oh, I am taking my time. I am taking my time because, seriously, I am fucking exhausted. Loz, I need to tell you, I love you. Oh, Nikki. Oh, darling. You did the work, though. Guys, those clients that are getting movement are the ones who are doing the work. There are some people who are coming back for second calls, and I'm saying, what the fuck have you been doing this whole time? And they're concentrating too much on their SP affirmations, or they're reacting to the SP, okay? And they're not concentrating on themselves. And I understand that, guys, but you've got to really do the work on yourself and focus on you. I can't stress this enough. I can't stress enough that you have to focus on yourself. And you guys are doing that, and that's why you're getting the movement. Cinderoo joined. Simran joined. Wonderful. I love your vibe. Oh, thanks, darling. Loz, can you please help with affirmations to manifest someone who doesn't know you? Just imagine they know you. Imagine you're either friends if you want to be friends, or imagine you're together if you want to be together. It doesn't matter that they don't know you. Most people you end up with, you don't know first. You meet them on a dating app. You meet them in the street, like I did with my SP. You meet them out at a club. You didn't know them first, okay? That's not a problem, not knowing someone, darling. Such and such and I are such a great couple. Such and such loves being my boyfriend. Such and such and I are BFFs, if you just want them to be friends. Okay, they're the affirmations, darling. I'm here, yay! I've not been emotional with him once. I'm amazed and so proud of myself. Oh, yay, Nikki. So you got all your emotions under control? Got your thinking under control? Wonderful, darling. If anything, you need to realize... What? If anything, you need to realize you created it. I've had a light bulb moment. Oh, okay, darling. So you've had a light bulb moment since our call. Wonderful. Wonderful, guys. Because sometimes, guys, the call is just about me recognizing what the issues are that you haven't recognized. And, of course, you don't recognize them. They're subconscious. I do have a little tete-a-tete going with a girl at the moment who demanded I answer a question of hers. When I said to her, you're not listening, on the answer I originally gave, then she went to another video and was like, you haven't answered my question, with this grumpy fucking comment. And so I did a series about being a victim of abuse and how it can happen. And now she's like, well, I'm a therapist. You're insulting me. And I felt like going, if you're a fucking therapist, what the hell are you asking me for? You should know all this shit. And the thing is, she's getting shitty and not realizing her own stuff. And this girl needs to really get on a call with me so I can tell her what her stuff is, because she fucking has no idea. And apparently she's a goddamn therapist. I would not go to her if I were you. Okay? Guys, sometimes you just need someone else to stand on the outer and tell you what your issues are, because it's hard for you to recognize because they're subconscious. That's the whole point. You don't know what they are. They're at the back of your mind running your life. They're subconscious. They're unconscious. That's why the calls are helpful sometimes for people, because they don't actually know what their stuff is. Some people do, but they just don't know how to get a handle on it. But lots of people don't. Okay? I don't know why I'm laggy. It's very annoying. But wonderful, darling. I'm so pleased, Nikki, that it's working for you. Hooray, my darling. Hooray. Any questions, guys? I'm just scrolling up. Is it the same as for any other SP? Yes, just imagine you're together, even if you don't know them. That's how people manifest celebrities and being together with a celebrity, like the girl who's got Zac Efron now. Okay? People manifest celebrities that way. They just imagine they're together. They don't imagine there's any competition. Okay? Imagine they're together in their mind. I hadn't been giving the third person attention. What's the question, Emma? I hadn't been giving the third person attention. Well, what's that got to do with? But today, when I woke up, he reposted a story to what? His Instagram of them having breakfast together. Darling, the 3D is delayed. You probably thought about the bitch before. Did you think about the bitch before? Guys, the 3D has to catch up. If you've got new thinking and you weren't thinking about her and you've cut her out of your mind, that's the old you thinking coming out. It's a reflection of the old thoughts. Don't worry about it. When the 3D shows you something you don't like, guys, assess it and think, did I think about this before? Oh, yeah. It's just old. Don't be thrown by it. And don't even fucking look at his Instagram if it's going to throw you. Guys, please stop looking at their socials if it's going to trigger you. So many of you are obsessed with looking at their fucking stories and their snaps and this and that. And it's just like, stop looking at it. Because then you're going to find a reason to be upset, like seeing a third party. Your obsession with looking at socials is astounding to me. If you need a moderator, I can help. Oh, thanks, Nikki. I'll be fine. It's not out of hand. It's okay. Hello, Amsterdam. Hi, Powerflower. Any more questions, guys? So, what was that? How did you do it? Congratulations, babe. Oh, we're talking about Ms. Jess. With Nikki and a lot of the other people, I just was getting to the core of their stuff and then gave them specific self-concept affirmations regarding their own self-concept stuff. So I don't know what Nikki's actually doing affirmation-wise, but I did give her a core of self-concept stuff, and then a few that probably she already had, SP ones, but the core of it was focusing on herself, you understand? Which is what she's doing, which is why she's getting the attention from him now, because when you focus on you, they focus on you. When you focus on them, they focus on themselves. Okay, guys. My SP messaged me, but he was the same as before, and now I don't want to keep manifesting him help. Well, darling, it's your fault that they're turning up that way. It's based on your thinking. Don't get shitty at him. Now I don't want to keep manifesting him. Have you watched a single one of my videos ever before, or have you come across me on the For You page? If you come across me on the For You page, fine. If you've watched my videos before and you're still reacting to the old them and you don't realize you created that with your thinking, then I don't know what to tell you. Guys, you create people with your thinking. The way they react to you is based on what you think about you and them. If they came in great, then they acted like an asshole. Then they come back and they're still acting like an asshole. It's because you haven't changed the version of them in your mind. You haven't seen them differently. You haven't thrown away the old story of you and them, the breakup, etc., the shit they did. You're still resentful. You're still holding on to the story. You're still thinking about it, and therefore they turn up the same. If, however, you have changed the story, changed the version of them in your mind, which from your question doesn't sound like you have it all, then they take time to change. But it doesn't sound like you've thrown away this old story at all. Maybe you've been obsessively doing SP affirmations. That doesn't do much, guys, if you don't throw away this old shit. That's why they're turning up like that. It's got nothing to do with him and everything to do with your thinking. Don't get shitty at them. You created them to be like that. So manifest them differently instead of giving up on your manifestation, darling. It's all your thinking. It's got nothing to do with them. Have people show up in your reality. It's all about you and nothing to do with them. If you want help, do you want help getting him back or you want help getting over him? Because you don't have to get over them. You just have to change your shitty thinking about them. Yes, Lods, gave me affirmations and I have a date with SP tomorrow. Oh, wonderful, do you, darling? Oh, yay, Nicole, yay! You have a date with him tomorrow? Yeah, call the other day. Oh, great, my darling. Wonderful. Oh, I'm so thrilled for you. Oh, so many success stories. Is it true it's karmatic? The fuck's that mean? Something to do with shit, karma? I don't believe in that absolute bullshit, if that's what you're asking. To manifest someone, to force to be with you, or is that all stupid? You're not forcing anyone to be with you. Oh, guys. Some fucking moron replied to a lovely girl called Shannon who does very similar videos to me. And go and watch her, guys. She's excellent. She's got blonde hair. She talks about law of assumption. And this absolute moron who's obviously trying to get video views because he's just started his account is replying and doing duets to people talking about manifesting and saying it's all bullshit. He clearly is just after attention. Okay? And he starts saying people have free will. You've forgotten about the universal law of free will. People are just making up universal laws. It's not a fucking universal law. In your reality, no one has free will. They only react to your thinking. Karma is something you just believe in. If you believe in karma and that you're changing someone's free will and that's bad, then it will be bad for you. Stop believing that shit. Guys, you're not changing anyone. They're literally reacting to you. They're literally reflecting your thinking. It's telepathy. It's thought transmission. It's how the fucking subconscious mind works. If you're thinking it's bad to do anything to someone, you're not understanding, you're not actually doing anything to anyone. You're not changing anyone. All you're simply doing is changing your thinking about yourselves and them, and they react to you differently. That's all it is. There's no karma to be worried about. There's no will to be worried about that you're changing. They literally don't have it. If you're worried about, oh my God, I'm changing someone, that's bad. You're not changing them. Guys, so many fucking idiots on YouTube are talking about how to change your SP. You're not changing your SP. You're changing you and they react to that. Ta-da! They've changed, but you're not physically changing them. You're not doing shit onto them to change them. You're not doing that at all. If you think you're doing that, you've totally misunderstood the law of assumption. I assume something, people react. They have no free will but to react to me. If you think you're changing them, you're not understanding this. You're not doing anything to change them. You're changing you. That's why so many people are sitting around obsessively talking about SP affirmations, doing SP affirmations, and trying to change the other person, and they haven't done a fucking thing to change themselves, and nothing works. Then they come to me and they're like, oh, I've been doing all these SP affirmations. I'm like, have you bothered to change yourself? You're the fucking problem. You're not changing them, guys. Please get this in your head. And if you think about karma and believe in karma, well, good luck with that. It's only a thing if you imagine it is. It doesn't affect me because I don't believe in that bullshit. Okay? Scroll down. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm pressing buttons. I'm pressing the wrong thing. Just manifest he doesn't want them because he doesn't like kids. Oh, what are you saying? I missed that. To Lauren M5. Hang on. I'm seeing the question. I'm trying to... Do you have any tips for me about what, Chloe? I can't even see what the question is. A volcano in Ireland erupts for the first time in 900 years. Well, that's nice. Who cares about karma? Yes, guys, please stop worrying about that shit. I can understand culturally if you're from a country that strongly believes in that, fine, but they're just pawns in my mind's eye. I'm going to control them and get really rich. Well, if you think they're pawns, guys, then they will be, but that's your assumption. But really, you're just changing you, okay? My SP called me 3 times this week. Really, Supermum? Landed differently for me. It meant Walmart, I say it meant. What? My SP called 3 times this week, landed differently for me. It meant Walmart, I say it meant. What do you mean about Walmart? I'm so confused. But if you're getting movement since that call with your SP, wonderful, darling. But I don't understand what you're talking about. I meant Walmart. I know what you mean by that. I have manifested my ex as a budgie. It's helped a lot. What do you mean? I don't understand, DJ Thomas. I cried today, but then I picked myself up. Well done, Molly. Cry it out. Get back on the horse. Guys, you can have a cry. It's not a problem. How many times do we need to feel it real? Because they say the feeling that the knowing manifests. Guys, you don't have to stay in the knowing or the feeling it real all fucking day. That's almost impossible. That's why I say jump back on the horse. It's like your 3D affects you, you've looked at it, you go back in your mind. The 3D affects you, if you look at it, you go back in your mind. Something happens, an event that throws you, you go back in your mind. That's what you need to be doing. It's almost impossible to feel it real all day unless you're literally walking around in the state of wealth or the state of coupled up or the state of married, okay? And you can try and stay in that all day. If you can, great, all power to you. But most people get thrown. The negative thoughts jump in. That's why you have to just jump back in your mind, guys. Try and ignore the 3D. Try and accept the 3D for what it is. Okay, yeah, I see you. I'm changing you. And go back in your mind to your scene of feeling it real. It doesn't have to be all goddamn day. Okay? And it's not a set number of times that you need to do it. You have great skin. Oh, thanks, darling. I do put retinol on at night, but I also have a filter on. There's a filter over this thing, make my skin look better. But thank you. What if you don't have an SP but want one? That's all right, darling. Just imagine you're with them every night in bed. They're lying next to you. Imagine their warmth. Imagine their body. Imagine their smell. Okay, imagine they're there. And they will magically appear. Write a perfect man checklist. What do you want? Get a little journal, write it all down. All the qualities, all the values you want in that man, that SP. Okay? And then just go about your day imagining you're already in a couple. If you feel like you're in a couple, you will be. Okay? That's how I've done it twice. You've got some right nuts on here, Loz. Yeah. Oh, what, on here? On the chat? Oh, don't worry. Just ignore them. Just doing it for attention. How come some manifestations I can say once and it comes quickly and the others have to keep saying? Because you don't have any resistance to those, darling. Like getting a free coffee or getting a parking spot right out the front of the supermarket. You don't give a shit about that. You don't have a lot of negative thinking about it. You don't have a built-up old story about it. But your SP... a new house, money, you might have a built-up story. Money doesn't grow on trees. He's an asshole. He did this to me. He cheated on me. Blah, fucking blah. You got to get rid of that shit. That's why I'm saying getting rid of the old story is so important. That's what causes resistance for it to come about. It will resist. Your brain will resist it happening. It will give you all the reasons why it can't possibly happen. It will show you all the obstacles constantly, and then it won't manifest for you. Got to get rid of that old story. Is it okay to view your SP's profile, or does that give desperate energy? Well, guys, only you can know that. I don't know what kind of energy you're doing when you're looking at it. Are you looking at it lovingly like, oh, look at him, he's so handsome. He loves me so much. He loves being my boyfriend. Or are you looking at it like, are there any girls on here? Who's he friended? Let's check his friend list. Oh, God, that ex is back. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, God, I miss him so much. Are you doing that? That's desperate energy. I can't tell you what not to do. All I can say is, what are you thinking while you're looking? Hi, Gina. So my SP blocked me. For 2 weeks, he unlocked me and has been viewing my status, but he's not anything. So you mean they unblocked you, they blocked you and then they unblocked you, and they've been viewing your stats and everything, but not saying anything. Well, that's all right, darling. See it as movement. Give everything good meaning, guys. They've unblocked you. They're looking at your snaps or whatever. Great. Give it all good meaning. He can't stop thinking about me. He's obsessively looking at my stories every day, all day. I was on a chat to my best friend last night and I was saying to her, you're giving bad meaning to things without realizing it. Stop giving it bad meaning. Give it all good meaning, even if it seems ludicrous and someone has not read your text. This is not what happened to her, but say someone's left you on red or someone's blocked you. Oh, they're so obsessed with me. They can't even look at me anymore. They're that obsessed. They have to block me to get them off their mind. Give it good meaning. I know it sounds ridiculous. They've left me on red because they don't even know what to say. They're trying to write the best love text ever, so they're going to give it time so that they can think of the right thing to say. Okay? They've fallen down a hole and they can't get out. They're trapped in a well. I'm sure when he gets out, he'll text me back. Start thinking stuff like that, guys. Someone blocks you, give it good meaning. Oh my God, they're so obsessed with me. They've blocked me so they can't see my socials and be triggered. Give it good meaning. And give them looking at your stories good meaning. Working on my self-concept. I feel great. All about me. I felt so happy this past week. I'm amazing. Yes, Supermom! All the people working on the self-concept after their calls are feeling fantastic. Yes. We don't talk about God on here, darling. This is not the channel for you. Go to some religious channel. I don't talk about religion. Okay? How many times... Oh, I saw that one. Any more questions, guys? I'm scrolling down. SP talked about adding me back on socials. Hang on, Kat. I said, no rush. I don't need to see the old 3D crap. Oh, wonderful, Kat. Yeah, don't rush it. Guys, don't rush anything when they're back. when they're starting to message you again, when they're starting to talk to you again, when they've unblocked you, when you're back together and they've even said you're back together and it's not as lovey-dovey as it was before, they're not calling you baby, you're not doing this, please don't rush it. I say this from experience. Don't rush it. Don't read too much into it. Just assume they love you. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. Okay? You don't go to the monkey. Ha! He'll run away. You slowly catch the monkey. And he's eating his banana and then you're like, come here. I gotcha. Okay? Slowly. Don't rush. Loz, he said, oh God. What? Nikki, Loz, he said, I seem to think he hasn't got feelings and that he doesn't care. I created that, I see it. Loz, he said, I seem to think he hasn't got feelings and that he doesn't care. I created that, I see it. Yes, so if he thinks you think he doesn't have feelings or he doesn't care, that was your thinking that he didn't have feelings for you, he didn't care. That is how you're feeling. That's what he's reflecting, what your old thinking was. So don't worry about that. If he said that, that was just your old thoughts. Now you know he's madly in love with you. He wants you and only you. You're blissfully, happily married in your mind. Don't worry about what he said. It's an old reflection, your old thinking. Don't be affected by it. Be like, I probably did think that. I'm sorry. Whatever. Move on. Okay? Does a drug, alcohol, and food addiction stem from lack of worth? Yes, it can, guys, but it can also stem from just being a coping mechanism for your feelings. The people I've known in my life who've been alcoholics have all been men who are extremely sensitive. And literally that's their way to cope. Numbing themselves out with alcohol and numbing out their feelings, their brain, their overthinking monkey mind. When they drink, they don't think those thoughts anymore. The bad, negative thoughts are running in their mind. They do it to cope. Most addiction is a coping mechanism for dealing with your thinking. Okay? It's also, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 which is your thinking. So it's really a way to cope with what you're feeling and thinking, which doesn't feel good. So it's that way. So the addiction to food could be, I'm covering up my body because I was abused and I hate my body. It's a protective mechanism. Men don't come near me, okay, because I'm overweight now, so don't touch me. If you've been raped, can be a thing, okay. Drug addiction, it can also be absolutely lack of self-worth, but it can also be a coping mechanism, okay? It can also be, it can be all kinds of things, but a lot of it's just a coping mechanism for not dealing with your own stuff. Not being able to deal. Yep, darling. And you can see them differently if you want them to change. Really considering getting a one-to-one call because it sounds great. Oh, wonderful, Garrett. Yay! I've had 3 guys already. Mostly girls, but I've had 3 guy calls. The guys are getting on board. My call is on Monday and I'm so excited. Yay! Who are you, Esthetician98? Trying to see who you are. I've got so many calls on Monday already. I can't figure out who you are from your picture. Get that monkey, yes. Slowly. Have you ever seen that experiment where the monkey puts its hand inside to get the nut and it can't get its hand out but just holds onto the nut? Have you ever seen that? I think that's a really good psychological experiment. They put this thing in this trap, and the monkey knows its hand's stuck, but it doesn't want to let go of the nut, and it stays trapped. I think that's what a lot of people do when they're holding onto their SPs. They're like then the monkey holding onto the nut. They're like, they have to let them go a little bit, step away, and then they can get the nut. Not a very good analogy, but I love that nut thing with the monkey. It's hilarious how they do that. Same with elephants who don't know they can get away from a tiny little chain that they've been tied up to from a child. So from 0 to 7, they thought, oh, this chain, I'm trapped here. And then when they're 20, they're still tied to the tiny chain. They don't understand. They could just rip it. They could just walk off. Elephants do exactly the same thing we do. Their psychological thinking is with them the whole time. Elephants are very much like humans. Is it bad to cry over your SP? No, guys. Have a big cry. Let it out. I'm not one of these people telling you to be happy all fucking day about your SP. That's ridiculous. If you look at the 3P or the 3D and you get upset, cry it out. Get past it. Facebook is Manifest Live with Loz. Yes, darling. If you're looking for the Facebook group, all these lives are saved. It's the same name as my TikTok. You just got to put the spaces in between if you're looking for it, or press the link in my bio on TikTok, guys. And you can go to the group, sign up. You just got to answer a few questions so I know you're not a spammer. And all these lives are saved. There's over 50-something lives in there. probably 80 hours of content, probably more, okay, and lots of helpful people in there answering questions. What are your thoughts on divine timing or things happening at their appointed hour? Yes, they happen at their appointed hour. I don't call it divine timing because that sounds like something outside of you is deciding. I don't believe in the outside of you deciding. You are divine. You decide. Your subconscious decides, okay, and then it comes about at its own appointed time. Okay, people move to make it so, and however long that takes is however long it takes. That's why when you rush the time, you fuck it up. Specific person, yes, that's what SP means, guys. What are your thoughts? I saw that one. What does SP mean? Sorry, guys, it just means specific person. The person specific to you, your ex, your boyfriend that you're currently with, your friend you're trying to get back. I just don't want to assume anyone's sexuality here, okay? That's why I say it. That's why lots of YouTubers and things say it. I think I manifested major celebrity scandals. Did you, Emma? What's the scandal you manifested? Some people could do that. What's the scandal? I was reading about the Army Hammer stuff today. Fuck, that's awful. You know what's crazy, Loz? Oh, that's what's crazy. Well, what was the scandal you manifested? Tell us. I'm having lots of people coming out of the woodwork, but not SP yet. It's birds landing. Yes, it's birds before land. The land is coming. That's your SP. The birds are there, heading towards the land. You know that the land is soon because you can see the birds. The birds are the people coming out the woodwork, the exes, the guys paying you attention. Just give it good meaning. My self-concept's on point. He'll be here soon as I throw away this fucking old story about him. Throw away the old story. Stop listening to it in your brain. Stop thinking about it. Stop talking about it. I feel great. Totally amazing. Can you tell me if this can work even after a year plus? Actually, bookworm. What do you mean? Yes, guys, it doesn't matter about the time. People can get together after 6 years, a year. People get their high school sweethearts back after they've gone and got married, had 5 kids with someone, got divorced, and then they get back together with their boyfriend when they met when they were 17. Time doesn't matter, guys. Circumstances don't matter. Just imagine you're together with them in your mind and it will come about. Okay? Definitely my old thoughts. Yes, Nikki. Do you like Lana Del Rey? I did until I saw her on a Saturday Night Live once doing possibly the worst performance of a singer ever known to man. She looked like she was high and couldn't sing and couldn't even remember the song lyrics. And I was like, have they just wheeled her out? I thought, what's going on here? But I did used to like her until I saw that. Oh, hey, I think you missed my question, but I'm trying to manifest for my small business to grow. Oh, sorry, Chloe. Okay, not sure what to do. Let me see it. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if you want your small business to grow, let me see what it is. Did you tell me what it was? I'm scrolling up and down. So, if you want your small business to grow, imagine, say, my business is booming. I have so many clients, I don't know what to do with myself. My products have completely sold out. Say that if it's products or clients, say those ones, okay? My business is booming. I'm overrun with work. I've never made this much money. I am the most favorite such and such in such and such. Everyone is commenting on my products on their socials. My business is blowing up. I'm in so much demand. Say those affirmations, okay? If you don't even know what your business is yet, just say, my business is booming. I'm so successful. Affirm that. Sorry, guys, I'm going down. Your self-concept affirmations you gave me are so good. Today is the first day I feel good. And say, fuck off 3D. Oh, wonderful, angel personified. Hooray, my darling. Oh, I'm so pleased. I know we had to go through a whole lot of stuff in your call to get to the core of the stuff, but really concentrate on that, darling, because I swear to you, that'll help. Okay, I'm really glad you're feeling better. Hooray, my darling. Keep going. You can do this. Okay, I believe in you. All right, sweetheart. Everyone, no, I don't have a YouTube. Guys, the reason why I'm not doing YouTube is I did a YouTube channel many years ago. It's called Don't Be a Psycho. It's like a comedy channel, an acting channel with me talking to the negative voices in my head. Go and check it out if you want to laugh. Okay, it's really old. And it's just me talking to the negative voice in my head and the anxious voice in my head. And a couple of, like, single girls that are crazy. A couple of single girl characters. Like a girl who's really into LOA and The Secret and shit. Okay, so I did that channel. But what I found was it was very time consuming because I had to do all the titles and the keywords and the thumbnails and create thumbnails and do it at certain times, da-da-da. And YouTube's a very, like, aging platform. And it's kind of, I feel like if I put stuff on there, it'll take ages to be viewed and it'll take ages for me to create the content and upload it and do all the titles and everything and the thumbnails. However, that's also an assumption I'm having that YouTube's hard and hard work. So maybe I should do it. However, all I was going to do was put these lives on there because I literally don't have time even at the moment to make any more videos other than this. Okay? I don't have time in the day even at the moment to do my washing, get to the hairdressers to get my regrowth done or anything. So I kind of don't have time for the YouTube. That's also why I haven't done it, because it's very time consuming, YouTube, compared to TikTok where you just press it on your phone, go post. Okay, so that's why I haven't done it, but I will consider it. And I also love the YouTubers that I watch, like Caleb, like Pluto's Gate, like Create Your Future, and I really didn't want to compete with them. And Sammy Ingram, although Sammy's stuff recently has got a bit boring, but and she also kicked me out of a group, but she's great as well. So I didn't really want to compete with them. But if you guys really want me to do a YouTube more than anything, I will do it. But if I'm just going to save the lives, what's the point? You just go to the Facebook group, watch them. Okay, any more questions, guys? I'm scrolling down. Do you have any tips to fully forget the old story? Focus on the new story. Guys, you can't live in a vacuum. Your thoughts can't just change and disappear. You have to give your brain new thinking. That's why the affirmations work. Because this negative thinking won't just go away. You have to replace it. This old story won't just go away. You have to replace it with the new story that you're focusing on every night. Oh, he loves me so much. He's such a beautiful person. We've always had the best relationship. My childhood was so wonderful. You have to replace it. It won't just disappear by itself. You won't forget it. Your subconscious will cling on to that fucking old story for as long as it can until you replace it. Understand? To get rid of the old story, you have to replace it. And only focus on it. What you focus on grows. Focus on the new story of you, the new story of them, the new version of them, the new version of you, constantly until the new version shows up of them and the new version of you becomes so. Okay? You feel like that new version of yourself. Focus, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm going up. I'm trying to find a question. Hang on, guys. I've lost the questions. I manifest that I love what, Saber? I can't see it. What if you've lost motivation for manifesting? Chahaz Kane. Do you understand you're manifesting all day long, don't you? If you don't understand that, that's why you've lost motivation. You think it's something you're doing. You're doing it all day, darling. All you're doing is changing your thinking. Guys, all affirming is new thinking. Are you sick of thinking? Guys, affirming is new thoughts. Manifestation happens all fucking day. If you're tired and you've lost motivation for manifesting, you're not understanding, you are literally manifesting with your subconscious thinking all fucking day. All you're now doing is replacing that shitty thinking with new thinking. If you think it's some kind of magic thing you're doing and you're really concentrating on it to create magic, you don't understand you're literally doing it all the time. So if that's the case, what's the problem? You're doing it anyway. Now you're just going to do it consciously. If you're getting sick of it or you've lost motivation, it's because you're probably doing it wrong. You're probably doing it like a robot. SP and I are happily married. We're happily married. We're happily married. We're happily married. You're obsessively doing it. Or your self-concept's so on point, you've lost motivation for the thing you wanted. You don't want it anymore. Okay, great. Guys, when you start manifesting something, you don't want it anymore, don't kick yourself. Just be like, oh, okay, well, I don't want it anymore. Okay. Doesn't matter. Wrote my old story and my ex-husband died in it. Burnt the old story. What do I do with the new story? Wonderful. Okay, read it. Read it every night like a bedtime story. Oh, my new life. Oh, this is my life. It's so wonderful. My childhood was so great. My ex-husband was so wonderful. It's so sad. He tragically died. He was such a great husband. He always treated me like a queen. You concentrate on that story. Read it every night. Think about it in your mind during the day. No old story. You have to focus on this story. Okay? Oh, any questions, guys? So, guys, if you do want a one-to-one call, do just click the link in my Manifest Live with Loz that says message, okay, the little button, and send me a DM with your time zone, or go to the Facebook group Manifest Live with Loz and send me a DM in Messenger, okay, guys? So it's 110 US. It goes for half an hour, but it always goes for longer. And you send me the backstory of what you're trying to manifest. I analyze it for a really long time to notice all the subconscious thinking. I ask you a lot of questions. We come up with an action plan for you to get your shit. I have a couple of down days and don't affirm as frequently. Will it slow down my manifestation? Well, guys, you can have down days, but just jump back on the horse. But don't give it a week and do nothing. Because then all you're doing is undoing all your good work and going back to your old shitty thinking. Don't do that. I want to ask yourself, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want it? How much in Australian dollars? I think that's about 138 or 136, 130 something. Look it up, darling, on Google. It changes every day at the moment. Thoughts on Grov Boy numbers? Oh, guys, these things aren't things, whatever these numbers are. It's like angel numbers and blah, blah, blah. They're just fucking things people are believing in. If you want to believe in that shit, darling, do. It's like karma, crystals, astrology, the Virgin Mary, angel numbers. It's just something you choose to believe in, and then it will affect you. It doesn't mean anything unless you give it meaning. Stop giving that shit meaning. It doesn't mean anything. I don't even know what they are because they're not a thing. I'm not interested in whatever it is. It's like someone talking about light workers. I'm like, what the fuck is that? If you believe that's the thing, it's a thing. I don't even fucking know what it is. I don't care. Because it's not a thing. It's just your subconscious thinking that manifests. Not numbers. Not if you're a light worker. Not if you're holding a crystal. Nothing. It's very simple, guys. It's just subconscious thinking. Ta-da. You don't need all that stuff. Or to worry about signs or numbers or anything, guys. I'm currently making a scrapbook, living in the end. Oh, wonderful, Ellie. What a great idea. So you're doing like a little vision board, but in a scrapbook. Guys, vision boards and scrapbooks, if they help you, do it. If it helps you focus your mind, do it. If it helps journaling every day, scripting the new story of you, or writing a journal entry like you're already together and what your day was like, do it. Guys, I can't tell you what to do to make yourself feel better, to live in the end, but whatever helps you, go and do it. Vision boards are the same. They're literally only allowing you to focus on what you want. They're not actually doing anything. They're just helping you to focus on what you want. The board does nothing. You've got to actually subconsciously think in your mind that you have the things on your board. If you don't do that, it won't do shit for you. If you want to turn your life around, I wouldn't hesitate to book with Loz. Oh, thanks, Nikki, my darling. Yeah, guys, it's just me analysing you, really. It's just an outside perspective, someone looking in on what's happened to you and seeing it from a different perspective. That's really all I'm doing. And you can do it for yourself just by watching these lives. But if you're stuck and you don't know why you're not getting your manifestation yet, if you're wondering why things keep happening to you, okay, that's when you jump on a call with me so I can identify it for you when you're stuck. Okay, guys? I was writing my new story and got butterflies and excited. Is this normal? Oh, yes, Molly. Sorry, I saw your question in the DMs. I just don't answer questions anymore in DMs, guys, in TikTok. I just can't possibly, or Messenger. I've got like thousands of fucking questions in there. I can't answer people's questions. Darling, that means you're feeling it real, like it's really happening. That's wonderful. If you feel butterflies and excited, hooray. I'm not telling you not to feel stuff, guys. I'm saying the thought comes first and whatever feeling comes with that thought, great. Okay, I'm not telling you not to feel. I'm telling you you don't need to generate the feeling because that's actually impossible. You thought it, you wrote it down. And when you wrote it down, it made you feel a certain way, like excited or had butterflies in your belly. Wonderful. They come after the thinking, and that's great. And that will help. Those feelings will help you feel like you are in the end. You are already together. But guys, what I'm saying is you don't need to generate the feeling because that's an impossibility. It's humanly impossible to generate a feeling without first thinking. Just humanly impossible. So anyone who tells you you have to feel it isn't understanding. You first have to think it. That's it. So that's all you actually need to do. The feelings come after, and if they help your manifestation, wonderful. But they're not necessary at first. Okay. She keeps missing my question. Well, Chloe, I can't see everyone's question, darling. I'm sorry. There's 75 new messages on here. Don't get shitty. I'm glad I didn't manifest Army Hammer. I did like him. All the morons from the past, birds before land. Oh, don't worry, darling. It just means your self-concept's on point. Are there any days this week that you have openings for one-to-one chat? Yes, darling. So Monday's pretty booked up. Tuesday's pretty booked up, but the rest of the week's pretty free. I have some bookings already up to Thursday, I think. But just DM me, darling, and then we can tally up a time. Just depends on your time zone. Because if you're in Sydney or something, I'm very free in the afternoon. But mornings, because of US viewers, are very booked up. Morning time for me, meaning evening time for you guys. Kim and Kanye divorce. Kylie Jenner and Jordan best friend fallout. Oh, is that what you manifested? Oh, wow. Good for you, darling. You're powerful. Although it makes me sad that they're getting divorced. Oh, what a shame. Could you imagine manifesting and then all the exes coming back, lol? Could you imagine manifesting and then all the... Yeah, they do. They do all come back. It's very weird. I'm manifesting my SP back and new boys are coming to me. Is this birds before land? Yes. New guys coming out of the woodwork is birds before land. Doesn't have to just be exes. I go to the supermarket and people try and fucking talk to me. I'm like, dude, I am in the supermarket. Do you think I want to talk to you while I'm shopping and looking like shit? Go away. But it's just because your self-concept's on point. Okay, guys? I didn't mean to. It was just a passing thought. I didn't mean for it to happen. What about Kim and Garnier divorcing? Oh, funny. I don't want to talk to my SP right now. Would he still come back? Well, why don't you want to talk to him, darling? You've got to understand that you created the shitty circumstance with your thinking. If you're shitty at them, good luck with that. You need to forgive them for what they did and understand that you created it with your thinking. If you're upset at them, you're not understanding how manifestation works, that you manifested it with your own thinking, your own subconscious thinking, not your conscious thinking. What you're subconsciously thinking causes breakups or causes you to have a fight with your current SP. Okay? So assess what that thinking was. Get over being angry at them because you created the circumstance of not talking to them at the moment. Forgive them and forgive yourself for doing it. And then decide. But until you stop getting shitty at them, no, they won't come back because you're holding this old fucking grudge about them. I'm going to make a cup of tea and have a meditation and manifest. Oh, good on you, darling. Oh, it's a candle business. So I've sold out of all my candles. I can't make enough candles. They sell out as soon as I make them. Have affirmations like that, darling. Imagine people commenting on your socials. Have an image of everyone commenting on all your candles, on influencers. Boxes where you've sold out. Have images like that, darling. Can I make an affirmation so that no birds land before my SP? No interest in other exes or creeps. Well, don't worry about it. Just give it good meaning. But you just say, I only want my SP. You can say something like that. But guys, don't worry about it. You only notice the birds before land if you give it meaning. Just stop giving it meaning and just focus on your SP, darling. Okay? Thank you. Going to try it. Wonderful, darling. Yeah, what kind of candles do you make? The 3D is so boring and toxic. Let it go. Yes, guys, let the 3D go. I make the figure candles and bubble candles. What are figure candles and bubble candles? I don't even know what they are. What is that? Is reacting to the 3D that doesn't relate to SP bad or okay? Well, if it's not relating to SP, who cares? It's not going to affect your manifestation. Who cares what you do? But I'm just talking about reacting to them, reacting to being triggered by socials, etc. Whatever's related to your manifestation, guys, you don't want to react to. Okay? Everything else, go about your life, of course. Any more questions, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to log off. In reacting to 3D, I saw that. Do it, bestie. I'll subscribe. I'll talk about the YouTube. I'll think about it, guys. I wanted to create a Manifest Your Ex Back course. I want to create a self-concept course. I want to create a Getting Rid of the Old Story course. And I literally have not had time to do any of them. Okay? I've got a lovely girl offering to do website for me and I can't even get back to her because I don't even have time. Sorry, darling. Sorry, Nahal. But I'm literally so out of time at the moment. I haven't done my washing for about a week. Okay, I've got to go visit my mum in a nursing home today because I just don't have time. So the YouTube's going to take up a lot of time. Let's affirm that won't. Okay, it'll be very easy. Okay, I've got to stop affirming that. But when I have time, guys, I'll think about it. I'll consider it, okay? Guys, have you got any more questions? Otherwise, I'm going to log off because I literally have so much to do, like my washing and answering 20 whatever messages in my DM and my messenger. So guys, if you do have a request for me for one-to-one coaching, you want to know more about it, do press the message button on my Manifest Live with Loz TikTok or go to Messenger through the Facebook group and message me. I'm the admin. Send me your time zone and we can tally up a one-to-one call. I can tell you more about it if you're interested. If you don't follow me already, it's Manifest Live with Loz. Please do follow me. I go live twice daily, about this time at night time US and morning time, around morning time UK time, every day, twice daily. So catch me if you can, but you need to follow me to know when I'm live. And guys, if you would like to join the Facebook group, it's called Manifest Live with Loz. You can watch these lives back. You can give each other help. It's a lovely, helpful community. Okay, and guys, thank you so much for joining me again. I need to make another coffee. I need to do my washing. I need to answer all these DMs. Guys, if you have sent me a DM. I am answering you now, okay? Sorry it's taken me so long. Mwah. Bye, guys. See you again soon. Bye.